I can do it if you want.
All right.
Because I'm Clay today, you know.
All right, but whenever you do it, like we're starting, we're rolling. So we're going. We're going.
All right, guys, everybody, make sure you're funny after this, okay?
All right.
I'll try.
Hello, and welcome to the first episode of the podcast. My name is Mackey from Hit or Miss Productions.
My name is Haylie from Hit or Miss Productions.
I'm Ben. I think it's supposed to be the first 6 episode.
The first episode?
That's all right.
Dyslexia it's a true disease.
It's the first time we're shooting the 6th episode.
Right.
I see. I won't be as perfect as Clay, but at least I can try.
Well, as y'all can tell, Clay is not here this week.
Clay died.
I ate him.
Yep.
Rest in peace.
In reality, he's just out of town and could not make it this week, so Maya's filling in as our guest
That was
star.
a Cannibal Land joke, actually.
All right.
No, I'm just kidding.
Go watch, go stream Chef Yoda Goes to Cannibal Land on hittermissproductions.com. Our website, which just is launched today.
We're so loud. We did just launch a website, and you can go see it on whatever browser you use.
Safari, Chrome, Opera, Firefox.
Opera.
Is it Onion? Is that the one that you get on?
No, Onion is like the fake news website where they're like,
no, but
10 kids killed in a car accident, and you're like, what?
Well, that's not fake news. I haven't
Yes.
That actually happened.
No, the Onion browser.
What?
Yeah, that's how. It's an encrypted browser. That's how people get on the dark web.
Okay.
Allegedly.
All right, Ben.
How did you know that?
Hypothetically.
On that note, Ben, he's going to be our movie news guy this week, so
I
let's
have my
rock into
laptop
some movie
out
news.
because my phone
happened this
records this. So movie news. One battle after another got 100 million global box office. We love that for it. And one of the movies we're talking about today absolutely flopped on its opening weekend.
Unfortunate.
But that's okay. Nothing really crazy happening. I'm looking at the Hollywood Reporter. I did also scour Twitter for discussing film tweets earlier. It's just kind of been a slow news week. Damien Chazelle allegedly releasing a new movie with Daniel Craig and Cillian Murphy as the leads.
Squad up. Those two boys, they're good.
Would be a pretty good movie. I hope it actually exists and he's out of director jail for what was that movie he did?
Tell me that.
Margot Robbie.
Oh no! Did he do the Burger King
Babylon.
Oh, sorry.
Different movie.
Sorry, Margot.
Hopefully he's
No, Triple BJ. Sorry.
BJ. I'm sorry.
Triple BJ. The Big Bold Beautiful Journey. Triple BJ.
Haley had been saying that all week, and I was like, Triple BJ, huh?
No one has ever said that to me before.
Triple BJ.
I'm sorry. It'll happen one day.
Yeah, that's about it for our movie news. We're not as good at this as Clay is and finding news because he used to write movie news all the time. That's like his thing. But we did launch our website. You should go see it. And Haley, what movies are we talking about today?
Today we are talking about The Smashing Machine 2025.
It's a movie about
The
Clay's
Rock.
mom.
Oh, and he can't make it.
Yeah. No comebacks today.
No comebacks today. So we're talking about The Smashing Machine and also Halloween 3. What is it?
Season of the Witch. How dare you forget Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch.
All right. So who would like to give us a recap on Smashing Machine?
Smashing Machine is a movie starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt and is about the UFC fighter Mark Kerr and his addiction to opiates and the first time he ever lost a fight.
Yes, and it is directed by
Benny Safdie
of the Safdie brothers.
And I can never remember. For the Coen brothers, it's easy to remember which one's a good director, but for the Safdie brothers, I always forget.
Is there a better one?
I mean, Josh is doing Marty Supreme coming later this year.
We were talking about how they split up
for this.
This year they split up to do their 2 separate movies.
They're both doing sports movies
about
weird unknown sports stars.
I like it though.
So I'm a big fan of their other work of Uncut Gems and both Uncut Gems and Good Time.
Uncut Gems.
I think that both Uncut Gems and Good Time are both really great films.
I really like Benny Safdie's acting performance in Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh, do you? I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2. So you're gonna have to be our Happy Gilmore 2 expert.
You're the expert. You love Happy Gilmore 2.
You love Happy Gilmore 2.
I'm a big Happy Gilmore 2 fan. I love it.
Send him Happy Gilmore. His email is ben@hittermissproductions.com. HitterMissProductions.com. Send them all your reviews.
I love that movie. I love it so much. This isn't me crossing my fingers. This is me
Ben at
doing a hug.
HitterMissProductions.com. Send them your thoughts.
Yeah, don't do that. But that's... yeah, what are our initial thoughts on the Smashing Machine?
I really, really like the Smashing Machine. And I, like, all of, like, the podcasters and stuff that I follow and, like, watch, like, have been kind of negative about it. Which I was really not weirded out, but, like, I was interested to see because I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. I loved the way it was shot.
It was very beautiful.
It was awesome. I think Dwayne Johnson was great. I think that the prosthetics that they did on him was phenomenal.
His ear cauliflower. We talked a lot about the ear prosthetic that they put on him.
But yeah, I mean, I was generally positive about it. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have seen a lot going around that it's boring. Nothing really happens.
I didn't feel that way.
That is, I think there is an argument to be made there. There are a lot of moments where the movie kind of slows down a bit. Overall, though, I thought it was really good. Yeah. I like sports movies, and I don't know. I could really like feel every hit when they were in the octagon, and that was really nice. Again, it was shot really well. I'm trying to see what it was shot on because like
was it shot on like film or anything?
It was shot on 16 millimeter film.
Yeah, okay.
70 millimeter film and VHS cameras.
Awesome. Yeah, the VHS cameras were nice. Like the intro.
Yeah, like that very starting scene.
It was very captivating.
Maya, what were your initial thoughts? Spoiler-free stuff.
This movie has everything that I want, which is a man chasing his dream at any cost. Mm-hmm. And any movie that has that automatically becomes one of my favorite movies of my life. Because I feel very connected. So, like, this entire movie, I was like, I am just like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I'm just like Mark Kerr. Even though he's this large man with the triceps that I feel like I could just grab onto. I felt very connected to him. So this movie, like, yes, it was beautiful. Yes, it was acted well. Yes, I did recognize Ryan Bader, the MMA fighter.
Yes, did you know that?
Yeah, Ryan Bader, the guy who played Mark Coleman, is a professional...
He's an actual UFC fighter. He's not an actor.
Yeah, he's UFC. Yeah.
I mean, he was pretty good.
Yeah, he's not an
actor. So I thought that this movie did everything right. I was interested the entire runtime. I thought the performances were captivating. Our audience was a little our
we had a weird
experience
theater.
Was distracting, but other than that, I like this movie is, I think, top rated of the year.
Let me go on a little tangent and tell you about our theater. I guess now we have to tell you about our theater experience.
Yeah.
So we pulled up to the theater. It was at what? It was like at 5 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah, 5 o'clock.
It was 5 o'clock on a Sunday. It was rainy.
Theater, pretty much.
No, there were like a couple of people sporadically throughout the theater. So Maya and I pulled into the movie theater and we booked the tickets like in the parking lot.
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. Like at 5 o'clock on the dot. So I guess as we booked tickets, someone else had also seriously we were in these two seats and there were 3 people directly I don't know how it happened.
I lose my mind. I was
directly in the 3 seats. So I ended up not even sitting in my seat and I sat over here, right? Because I was like, I'm not gonna.
We're 1 seat away.
So now there's 1 seat away, and the guy's phone kept going off
really scary ringtone. It was
really loud, and it was like an old couple and like their kid or something, and I don't know, they were being so loud, and I was
it was strange because I was like, maybe this is their first time seeing a movie ever, and they just don't know what the procedure is.
I have no idea.
I was actually in a full IMAX theater.
Oh, because you saw it opening night.
I saw it opening night in IMAX.
Amazing.
It was full. The audience was very reactive.
Yeah.
In the moments where people are getting punched, or that first fight where it's the knee to the face. Everyone's like, ooh,
I'm just kidding.
I don't think that's
I like a reactive audience, but not an overly reactive audience. The Minecraft movie just made me mad. People cheering every time it's chicken jockey. Be quiet.
Little kids love the chicken jockey.
They do. I love the chicken jockey, but it's not that funny. Let's be real with ourselves. I can confidently say this is Dwayne Johnson's best performance.
I agree.
To date.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, have we seen him in Tooth Fairy?
It is.
Is it close?
It's also.
What about Jumanji 1, 2, and 3?
It's also hard to hold a candle to the game plan, but
not the game plan.
That's right. I pulled out a wild card. I really did like Dwayne Johnson in this. For a majority of the film, I was able to lose the idea that this was The Rock and that this is someone else. Yeah. And then he shaves his head.
He does shave his head.
And he said the same thing.
But then he throws the goatee back and you're like, okay, maybe he's Mark Kerr again.
He's just Dwayne Johnson. And I don't know if this is a spoiler, but at the end of the movie, it shows the real Mark Kerr. And he looks nothing like Dwayne Johnson.
I think that he looks he got his mannerisms.
Yeah.
It is similar, but like his voice is nowhere near as deep.
Yeah.
He's a much shorter guy.
He is much shorter, that's true.
Dwayne Johnson, I don't know if it's just like how they shot this movie or what, but he is massive.
He is
massive.
He is huge.
Can I tell you
the
something
scariest
that
dude I've
happens
ever seen.
during the progression of the movie, though? He loses that insane, like trap that you see at the beginning after he stops a certain thing in the movie. And you notice his physicality change from that ultra-defined muscle to something that looks a little bit more grounded and realistic. I don't know if that's just me reading too much into it.
You were paying a lot closer attention
But
to
I did
that's
notice,
the case.
it's because those trapezoid things, I like just know. Okay,
I don't know if trapezoid's the name of the muscle.
His traps looked like this. They were like a round shape, and when his jujitsu teacher would grab him, he would grab him right at he would grab him like a handle. So of course I would notice if they got smaller, and I think they did get smaller, but.
All right, Maya has a thing for traps.
Hey, on the podcast.
Emily Blunt was also really good in this movie. I will say, before we even go into spoilers, a lot of her dramatic moments in particularly did not land well with me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just this film's portrayal of women or if it's just because the film wasn't as focused on their relationship so much as it was focused on his relationship with fighting.
Can I offer a thought once we get into spoilers that might change your perspective on it?
I think that we can get into spoilers.
Okay,
Let's get into
warning.
spoilers.
It's important. I hated Emily Blunt's performance until I got to the very end of the movie, and I appreciated that life can be boring sometimes, and life can be not like a movie. I had so many times in this movie where I was waiting for something more to happen. I was waiting for Mark Kerr and Mark Coleman to fight. I was waiting for Emily Blunt's character to die somehow. I was waiting for all of these dramatic moments that felt like they were building up in the movie, and they never happened. And although I felt very underwhelmed at the beginning, I thought that there was beauty in the simplicity of not over-bloating reality and just telling a story that ends with two people that might be a little messed up ending up together at the end.
That is true. That wasn't really my main complaint with Emily Blunt's character. I feel like her progression could be natural had we spent more time with her.
I see.
So when we get to the point in the third act where
you felt it was out of pocket.
She gets she goes kind of insane. She threatens to kill herself over not going to Japan with him for the big final fight. To me, by that point in the movie, she had kind of stopped being a major character because when he gets clean, gets sober,
right?
She walks out,
yeah.
And we're like, okay, that's basically the end of her. That felt to me like the close of her arc. But then she comes back when he's training in LA, and he goes back to Arizona with her, and
that did feel like out of the blue.
The second scene we get back with her, she's immediately back at what was going on before she left.
So your complaint is just that the pacing of that re-entry was a little bit awkward?
Her arc just, it happened like that to me. And I wasn't too much of a fan of that. I feel like the movie could have spent more time with her.
Yeah.
And again, I don't know if that's not writing women well or just not writing well. But the story itself is more about Mark Kerr's relationship with fighting. So, and drugs.
I personally thought the writing was really great. And that was one of the main, I don't know, that was one of the main things when I walked out of the theater. I was I really thought that this story was written well. I can understand, I didn't love the Emily Blunt stuff, but just in general, I think that that the writing, there were so many moments in this movie where I was so bought in, and then I was just like wincing and waiting for things to happen that never happened. And I was like, well, Benny Safdie wanted me to feel that way, I think, when he was filming this. Like, the carnival scene is what really sticks out to me when she flips upside down. Dude, you know how I thought she was...
I thought she was going to hit her
fall
head.
in her head.
Oh my god!
And I think that was intentional and like there was that, and there were so many different moments in the movie where it's like you think that something's gonna happen and then it doesn't, and then you're kind of just like, like that's why they did that.
I
and
would like to draw back to that scene specifically because I think I feel like that scene gives the audience a really good indication of the type of character that Emily Blunt. What's her name? I keep calling her Emily
Dawn
Blunt.
Staples.
Dawn.
So Dawn in that carnival scene. And the reason why I think it won me over at the end is because, and I cried during this scene. I cried, and we've talked about this. Is when it cuts from the starship machine where she's going round and round. It hard cuts to the carousel, and then it cuts to the cars smashing each other over and over and over and over again. And something about
the
that
titular smashing machine.
And Emily Blunt's character, or Dawn, is like so yeah.
She's enamored by it. She's like, she loves it, but he doesn't. And there's something so tragic, and
that was an interesting character moment.
Yeah.
For me, for Mark Kerr,
Yeah.
more so because you feel like knowing him and what we've seen of him in the movie, you think he would be really into that.
No,
like,
but
he
he's
would
so
love
sad. He like sees himself in the car that's being beaten up over and over again, and I just like. I just saw this car getting like repetitively like hit over, and I just started crying. I was like, why am I crying over two
It's like when I cried during The Rocks and Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
I was like, why am I crying over Rocks?
The Rocks are where I cried too.
You know, that was a good moment as well.
When you have trauma with your
fine.
mother, The Rock scene makes you weep your eyes out, by the way. Anyone with mommy issues, do not watch that scene.
No, do watch that scene. Watch that whole movie. It might fix your mommy issues. Who knows?
Or make them worse, who knows.
But really, Emily Blunt, and it's not Emily Blunt herself. Again, I think it's just the writing, but that's like my biggest critique of the film.
I hear you.
Because I know there's a lot of awkward pacing because this is the most based on a true story movie that I've probably seen.
Yeah.
Like, this seems to be the most grounded and realistic, like, straight. Like,
they
there's
really
not,
There's
not much of an actual story so much as just
Yeah.
a progression of his life.
They do have the biopic fault of having to follow a true story, I guess.
Which, I mean, like...
Yeah.
You look at things like Rocket Man, where they get to stress the
Yeah.
truth.
They ham it out for the camera.
Better
And
Man.
then Iron Claw when they hammed it down, actually.
They actually
too
let the whole
crazy.
brother out, yeah.
But that really, it's just that bit is my biggest complaint.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I love the movie. It was
Yeah.
really good. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe I'll be into UFC if it wasn't pay-per-view. I've seen a few fights before, and they are, like, very brutal. That is one thing. It's a scene in the trailer, but it's probably my favorite scene in the movie very early on, where he's sitting in the doctor's office and the old lady's looking at him. And he's like, "You're probably wondering what happened to my eyes." He like signs the kid's audience like, "No fighting." I think that's a great representation of Mark Kerr. Maybe he's a little different in real life. I don't know for sure because he's a real dude and he's still very much alive. But that was a very like sweet moment. It's like, this is just the sport, and while it is all about winning for him, it is also about the sport and the competition and the people, and I like that. I thought that was a really good moment for him.
I don't really watch UFC like generally, but like I was fairly into fighting. I used to do this actually myself. Wow. But not
you did jujitsu,
not
right?
to that. I did a bit of MMA too, but but jujitsu was like my main. Like I was the jiu-jitsu guy who went to MMA, but I guess, but
Hit him his bodyguard right here.
But I think that the fighting was really well portrayed. Like I think that they like did a really great job. I mean, I know Dwayne Johnson obviously is like he's a fighter or whatever.
No, but as somebody that wants to, like, I genuinely am interested in the kind of stunt work that they did for this.
And they obviously used. I mean, I would assume that they used real fighters
From
because
what I know,
what's his face was
Ryan Bader is a professional fighter, and I assume they used like Ivan and maybe
I'm assuming
some of the
that
Japanese
they
fighters
were
as well.
also real fighters.
What I've read is that Dwayne Johnson wanted to actually be hit for this kind of stuff. And I mean, he does have a background. He was a professional football player.
Yeah.
And he was a professional wrestler. Mm-hmm. And there's the argument to be made that
And they
wrestling
didn't give him
is
a wrestling
fake.
background.
And while wrestling is like scripted, the hits themselves more often than not are fake. So I feel like he definitely can take a hit. So
Yeah.
it was nice to see like you're watching a movie about fighting and people are actually fighting.
Yeah.
I liked that a lot as well.
Yeah. I really enjoyed the fighting. And I just will say it again, Ryan Bader did a phenomenal job.
He was
so you didn't know that he wasn't an actor?
I recognized him early on. And then I was like, who is this guy? And I resisted picking my phone up to check it.
Is it going to be rude for me to say, like, by looking at his face, I could tell that this guy is not a Hollywood guy?
No, I don't think that's rude.
He has this very, very strong brow.
Yeah.
And, like, he's not someone you would consider, like, the conventional, like, attractive Hollywood actor.
I almost thought he was a YouTuber for a second. Like, somewhere in my mind, I was like, he has, like, kind of like the YouTube face. Like, I don't know. But at the end, when I was like, oh, Ryan Bader, he's the fighter. Everything kind of like, but his performance was great.
I thought he was great.
And whoever else was like a non-actor and was a fighter, I really thought their performances shined because there wasn't a single time when I thought, oh, is that person an actor?
Yeah, who is that? Is he
That's
an
right,
actor?
and he is a Dutch American actor. Used to be a mixed martial artist.
Okay, yeah. So that's
they probably used
coach.
actors with. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
So they used actors with like fighting backgrounds.
Yeah,
Which
I mean that's super smart.
It is smart, and Ryan Bader, phenomenal. The scene in the hospital after.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Mark Kerr's overdose.
So good.
Great scene.
He said, "I don't care. I just want you to get better. I'm your friend."
I liked when he snapped. Like he was like playing along with Dwayne Johnson, and all of a sudden he was like, "Cut it out! Like we're like cut it out."
He was like, "Ha, you're done. Please stop. Please stop now."
Get better ASAP.
Yeah.
And then Dwayne Johnson with probably like the moment that like I feel like this movie is Oscar bait. I'm gonna straight up say that.
Probably.
The moment that will probably get him the nomination is him immediately going from like laughing along, playing on with the lie, and just straight into sobbing into his blanket.
Oh
Really
my God, yeah. He was great. I thought, and I'll be honest, I really am picky about actors when they cry. So the first time he cried, he did this. I hate when actors do that because I think that they're faking, but as soon as he like lowered his hands and I could see his face was like scrunched up in pain and agony, I was like, all right, Dwayne, get it. Go ahead, Dwayne, then. I was like, oh, he's just covering his face because he can't cry on camera. And then he was like, oh. He was so sad looking. I was like, all right, I'm convinced you don't have to do any more.
There's been a lot of talk online lately about who the best like wrestler / actor is, like the pro wrestler to
John
actor.
Cena.
We have John Cena. We have Dave Bautista, who everyone's like hailing, especially John Cena lately with Peacemaker. We talk about people like crying on cue.
John Cena too. Oh,
if you know nothing about Peacemaker, which I know neither of you really.
No, I watched season 1 of the
watch
Peacemaker.
season 2, episode 1. At the very end of the episode, I believe it's episode 1. There's a moment where everyone leaves the room, and he just breaks down crying, and it's awesome.
I love that.
Dwayne Johnson, like when that list came out a few weeks ago, he was like barely in the conversation. Everyone was like, well, obviously it's either Dave or John Cena, which like fair, they're both really good.
I love Dave.
Dave Bautista is a really good comedic actor. And Rock,
he's typecasted too much. I'd like to see him in
As
more
like what,
variation.
big guy?
he was really good in The Naked Gun. I liked him a lot in that.
He was.
Wait,
He was there.
Was he?
You watched that movie, didn't you?
I also watched
There's
it.
a moment at the end of the
Naked
movie.
Gun #1 or the one that just
This
came
one
out?
that just came out.
I didn't watch that.
There's a
Wait, I
moment in the
don't
final
remember that.
fight where Liam Neeson goes to the bathroom and has Dave Bautista fill in for him. And it's just a really
it's
quick
like a little
gag.
bit moment.
But
I haven't watched
really,
this now.
it's really funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him in Guardians of the Galaxy, I guess.
Yeah.
But
He made me
like,
cry in there.
He's a
Yeah.
good comedic actor, and Dwayne Johnson kind of fell into like the comedic role as well. But I
Disney,
feel like
yeah.
Dwayne doesn't really have as good of comedic chops as Dave Bautista does. And the Safdie brothers, for all intents and purposes, are like really good at taking a comedic actor and bringing out the dramatic side. We talked about Uncut Gems earlier.
Adam Sandler.
Yeah, you're right.
Adam Sandler, fantastic in that movie.
In Uncut Gems, yeah.
Wonderful.
And I mean, I'm not going to say that Robert Pattinson is a comedic actor because he's not, but Robert Pattinson is also very great in Good Time as well.
He is. And he does have his comedic roles.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does
He's a weird guy. You think
he's
about
pretty
him as
funny
Twilight
and
guy, but
No, I don't.
He's pretty funny in Mickey 17.
Yeah, I
I don't know if you've seen The Lighthouse.
I have.
The movie is very strange, but it's also really funny.
Yeah,
Is it funny?
Yeah.
It's
He likes dark
it's funny in
comedies.
its own
He's
weird
like very
way.
much. That's why he loved Twilight. It was a dark comedy.
I've been very Robert Eggers pilled lately. I watched The
Oh,
Witch the other day.
You were in your Halloween era. You're
I
saying.
have watched
Speaking of, I'm just kidding.
10 movies in October.
Dun, dun.
The Smashing Machine is the only one that's not Halloween adjacent.
It could be. It's scary to get your face punched in by a random man.
Alright, do we have any other thoughts?
I'm
or
trained in
anything?
my own fighting style called Alabama Junkyard.
Oh God! And you'll see that on the podcast after show. Ha ha ha!
Alright, y'all, do we have any
Let's,
other random thoughts, or do we want to go into our reviews?
Let's go
or
into our rankings.
ratings?
Yeah.
So Maya, what did you give The Smashing Machine?
I gave The Smashing Machine, I think, an 8 out of 10. But the truth is, I watched this one more time. It's going to be one of those movies that stays with me forever. It reminds me of Tick, Tick, Boom. It reminds me of Whiplash. It reminds me of Black Swan. I am a person that craves obsession-based movies.
Every podcast.
We always bring up Black
every
Swan.
podcast since we hung up the Black
We've
Swan
brought up
poster.
What?
Black Swan has been
I'm
mentioned.
sorry. And I literally said that in the car. I was like, this is the movie
This
about an
poster
obsessed person.
haunts our basement.
She's always with us.
We need to keep putting
We love you,
posters up.
Natalie Portman. Come on the show.
I also gave Smash Machine an 8 out of 10. I really liked it. I didn't really have many complaints, to be honest.
I think this is our first unanimous
Unanimous?
film.
Also an 8 out of 10?
I also gave it an 8 out of 10.
Clay's not here to be a Debbie Downer.
You're right. He'd be like, 3 out of 10. I hated it.
I know I was pretty harsh about it, but the parts I liked, I really
Yeah.
did like.
It
Clay
was
hasn't seen this movie, has
No.
he?
He's not seen it yet.
What do you guys... Hold on. New segment time. What do you guys think Clay would think about this movie? Like, genuinely.
I think he would like it.
You think so?
I think
He'll think
I'm
it's alright.
curious to know what he would think about
I
this
think he
because he
would-
has such particular taste.
I think he'd give it like a 6.
So, folks, before we move on, let's play Guess the Budget. What
High.
do we think the budget for this
Probably
movie is?
pretty high because they got
VHS
UFC.
16 millimeter. 69 million.
Nice.
I feel like it's like over
What?
100.
What's your guess?
No.
What's your guess?
Throwing out there.
You have to guess.
Now I feel like I'm like way off.
Just throwing out there.
I'm scared. Alright, I'm scared, so I'm just gonna go like 85.
85?
The budget for this film is $50 million.
Okay.
Ooh!
Wow.
If I was on a game show, I would have won
That
the
is
money.
low. That is a lot lower than I
I thought it was. It's because they used all the like.
You're right.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it here. I think this is like the lowest paid Dwayne Johnson's probably had.
Oh, wow.
Because it seems like he got
Would they
paid.
pay him?
I believe $4 million,
Oh,
which is
I'll take it.
that is low for Dwayne Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that
But this
concludes.
movie, I think, did amazing things for his career. So I think that $4 million is an investment in him getting better roles like this in his future. So I hope so. At
I
least.
agree.
That concludes our talk about the Smashing Machine. Let's get into one of my favorite scary Halloween time movies for our first Freaktober episode.
Freaktober, baby.
We're talking about Halloween 3, Season of the
Oh,
Witch.
yeah.
Tommy Lee Wallace, 1982. This is the only
1982.
Halloween film.
I told you.
What? What do you mean you told me?
I was talking about how this movie was 80s coded the entire time.
It is a very 80s
It's
film.
so 80s.
This is the only film in the Halloween franchise to not feature Michael Myers. Like,
I saw it.
I mean, he's there, but like he's not in the movie.
He was pregnant.
He was pregnant. On the TVs in the background, they're showing
Oh,
an
yeah.
advertisement for the movie
Yes,
Halloween.
yes. So it's a Halloween
It's a
is
meta
a movie in the hot Season of the Witch universe.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I did like that. That was good. 7 more days till Halloween.
So, who wants to tell us what Season of the Witch is about?
Can I?
Maya.
Season of the Witch is a twisted tale about an older man who has recently divorced his wife and children. He's a doctor, by the way. What happens is some things happen with a mask, I believe. He's at the hospital and some lady gets attacked by the mask. She ends up in the hospital. And some guy comes in and sort of does some things to her.
I think you need to get a little more broad.
Okay, hold on.
You're a little off.
All right, Season of the Witch is about a corporate baddie who creates these masks that have a secret to them.
Good idea.
He's advertising these masks to the children of the Season of the Witch universe, and a doctor becomes interested because a patient of his has recently become involved in the situation. His the female protagonist of the movie, her father has been affected by the mass killings and whatnot. Not a man in a mask. They're masked that kill.
Yeah. Murderous masks
that kill. They then go to the town. Do you know what the town is called?
Santa Myra.
Santa Myra, where they
California.
have California, where they make these masks. They meet the businessman Connell, and they learn the secrets of the mask factory. And the ending is sort of a weird twist that you guys would never expect to happen. And
never see it coming.
So that's what I think it's about. I was very much distracted by the 80s vibes of it, and every time something happened, I was like, man, this is a classic 80s stereotype.
It's very 80s. There's a moment where, and I forget her name, Ellie is talking to Dr. Chalice at her father's shop, and she's like, oh, well, the kids used to love this place, but then, like, the mall opened up. And I'm like, yep, this is early 80s for sure.
It was early 80s. We're not getting into spoilers yet, are we?
No. We can get into spoilers because this is like a 50-year-old movie.
I knew it was an 80s movie when the older man got with the ambiguously young woman. As soon as she wrapped herself in a towel, I thought, man, this is inappropriate. Classic 80s movie.
It's classic 80s.
It's classic 80s. And he goes, oh, how old are you? And she goes,
don't worry about it.
I look younger than I actually am. It was like, classic 80s movie.
But
they covered that.
That's after they already slept.
Yeah. It's like cuddling her, being like, how old are you? Wait.
Before any police show up.
I guess I haven't said my thoughts yet. I didn't hate it. This generally type of movie isn't my vibe, but I didn't hate it. It was very campy. It was a lot campier than I thought it would be. So I have seen the original Halloween. I haven't seen any of the other ones though. I saw the original Halloween probably like 4 years ago, maybe.
Wow.
And I
watched it 4 days ago.
I think that was one of the like slasher movies that I liked. Like I think Michael Myers was like, so basically my freshman year of college, my freshman year roommate, she really liked like those horror slasher movies, and so we took a week and she made me like watch like the original like
all the classics.
Halloween, the Freddy Krueger, the whatever the other ones are.
Jason,
yes.
Jason Momoa.
And I remember that I hated I hated Freddy Krueger. Like, I did not
Freddy Krueger's
that's Nightmare on Elm Street.
He comes to you in the dreams.
Okay,
I thought that Freddy Krueger was Mike Myers, so I was like, they're gonna get them in the dreams, and then Haylie goes, that's Freddy Krueger.
Mike Myers is the one in the William Shatner movie.
Yeah. Freddy Krueger is the scariest.
He's scary.
Because, like, imagine, like, a man
so
coming to you in your dreams and, like, killing you.
Crazy because Nightmare on Elm Street is my least favorite of those classic 70s slashers.
But do you think that, like, Freddy Krueger is the ultimate scary villain?
He's scarier
you can't close your eyes. If you sleep, you're dead.
He looks like a wrinkly ball sack.
But yeah, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was fun. I did think it was campy and like silly and like not serious. But I mean, I thought it was fun.
It is really over the top. So a little bit about this. John Carpenter, who directed the original Halloween, produced this one. Originally, their thought for this franchise is like, we're gonna do an anthology series. It's all gonna like be movies that just like take place on Halloween night, and that's like the thought behind it. Then they made the first Halloween, and Michael Myers got really popular, and the studio was like, hey man, you gotta make more Michael Myers movies. So they went ahead and they did Halloween 2, which is a continuation of the first Halloween. Like,
Michael Myers in a different place, right?
Takes place on the same Halloween night.
Yeah.
He's now tracking down Laurie in the hospital instead of her home. And so he's like, you know what? Before we keep milking this cash cow, how about we make one of the other movies we wanted to make? And so they got Tommy Lee Wallace on to direct this one. This is crazy. It's a lot more about conspiracies and suspense.
It's more supernatural almost.
I think it's more like a sci-fi film.
Yeah, sci-fi is a better way to put it. Yeah, because I kept waiting for the supernatural elements of it, and even when the mask started doing its mask things, I was like
shooting the lasers and making bugs come out of their faces.
Yeah, exactly. There were 3 snakes that came out of that small boy. I was like,
so
that is one part I have never understood. I've watched this movie a million times.
Why do they turn into bugs?
I don't know where the bugs come from.
I still like didn't think that this was supernatural like up until the end. Like still like even when all that was happening, I was like, I still feel like this is just like science.
I thought it was like when the laser beam came out, I was like, oh, it's just science.
So the dust from the stolen Stonehenge rock. So the Silver Shamrock Company still steals part of Stonehenge. We see that in a quick little news story at the very start.
At the very start, yeah.
Before that amazing jingle that will be stuck in your head forever comes on. So they take like rock dust from Stonehenge and put it on the chips, and that's what causes the magic laser beam to put bugs in people's face.
So, but the dust also creates the bugs.
Yes. So that's why when Chalice is like up top and he's like dropping all the chips on the workers,
they start exploding.
They start like exploding, and then the ring forms around them and turns Connell into dust instead of bugs because it was so powerful next to the actual stone.
I gotta go watch that scene. I forget when he turned to dust. I think maybe
It's right towards the end of the movie.
When you're like checked out because you're like, all right, there are bugs and laser beams all over the place. I don't want to watch this anymore.
No, that's when I locked in.
And then it's like, let me look at the bugs.
I feel like it needs a little bit more context. All the workers at Silver Shamrock and all like the assassins going after people in this grand conspiracy are androids.
Yes.
Which is wild.
I knew that from the beginning.
So Connell is like a toy maker. And somehow he figures out how to make these humanoid androids. And Chalice has this friend at like the morgue who's like doing the autopsy and he's like, I can only find car parts, and that's like the whole thing. And then like he stabs one of them and they got like yellow ooze coming out.
That was a lore drop from Maya. Did not realize they were androids.
No, I didn't realize they were androids until the very end, which I was like
when did you realize they were androids?
Dude, I realized they were androids when they were all stiff in the first 5 minutes.
I thought some of them were androids,
they were all
but
wearing,
not all of them.
Bro, they were all wearing the same suit and walking like this. I
wasn't locked into that. I was locked into the inappropriate relationship that man had with Ellie.
That was when I had like the thought, and then when they had said the car part line, I was like, okay, that confirms my conspiracy.
Yeah.
Maya didn't realize until like the yellow. It was like
the German thing, like the German lady robot, like her head fell off, and I was like, they might be robots.
And she goes, oh, she looks at me, she goes, oh, the car part thing. And I was
yeah, it was a great revelation for me. Yeah.
So for the quick-minded like Haylie, it's not that big of a twist.
But if you're a dumb idiot like mine, you'll have a great time.
There is a bigger twist related to the androids, though.
Man.
How do you feel about Ellie being revealed as an android?
That was insane. I didn't expect that.
The moment she wrapped herself up in that blanket all weird after coming out of the shower, I was like, why is she doing that? Like, put some clothes on. What are you doing?
Her father that just died.
Mysteriously because of the same.
Well, if she's an android, then was he really her dad?
Much to think about.
She was adopted, much like a bomb. I'm just kidding.
My thought is that when she gets kidnapped by the other androids before the big finale, she gets killed and replaced with an android to trick Dr. Chalice.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was thinking like when she went back to that room and they were showing all the camera footage, I think that's what they did, because I feel like they set that up with the other woman who like accidentally lasered her face off, and she was brought, like, I feel like they set that up by saying, like, you know, or whatever.
And is there an answer for that, or is it just up to interpretation?
It's a mystery.
You know,
a Halloween mystery.
It's just scary.
But so, like, because, like, how would they have, you know, if she was an android?
Don't think about it too much.
No. Listen, androids can have anatomically accurate parts.
All right.
It's the 80s.
All right. It's the 80s.
Androids were famously
This man created a bunch of androids to pull out the most epic prank of all time, which is turn kids into bug laser beams or something. Like, this man was twisted. He would make crazy anatomically accurate robots.
So the cool thing about the like knitting German woman is there's a really neat video on animatronics by Defunctland that I feel like everyone should watch. It's like an hour and a half, give or take, long. It's like the history of animatronics, and like gets specifically into Disney at the end. But at the start of it, they're like really complex machines that people made long ago before you even would think it's possible. Where like they could make things like that.
Like they said it was like what, 1790 or 1893 or something.
It was from I believe the late 1700s.
Yeah.
Which was possible.
Yeah.
And I'm not like an expert on animatronics or puppets in any way, but I think that is really neat to have like that real thing that can exist.
Yeah.
Lead into the reveal of like the not real thing that can't exist. So the plot in this movie, as we've mentioned, is insane. So
insane.
they're gonna play the jingle at 9 o'clock California time to melt everyone's brains.
And turn them into bugs.
The East Coast kids, that's midnight. Halloween takes place on a Sunday in this movie. My parents would not let me stay up till midnight.
So the truth is,
it doesn't matter if it's Halloween.
East
it's a
Coast
school
versus
night.
West Coast. Which kids are better?
They wanted to eradicate the West Coast.
They said Californian kids, we gotta get rid of them.
Hey, those kids from California.
Yeah.
Me, I was safe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Haley was safe.
we're safe. We're good.
It was Central Time. My parents wouldn't let me stay up till 11 o'clock anyways. I would have been negative however many years old in 1982 anyways. No way they would let me stay up to watch, first of all, a scary movie and then win some stupid giveaway. They wouldn't have even bought me the mask. They say, I'll make you a Halloween costume. It's fine.
I know. My parents wouldn't have bought me that mask. They'd be like, this mask is like $30. You're not buying this stupid mask.
What do y'all think about the mask designs?
I think they're really good.
You think they're good?
I love them. They show up in Halloween Ends, the last movie in the franchise.
Talk about Halloween Ends.
Which I hate that movie.
Don't say that. My friend
about
Michael Barbieri, shout out Michael Barbieri. I know you and Jamie Lee are besties.
Friend of the show. Jamie Lee Curtis is the friend of the show.
We have to get her on. I'm going to text Michael Barbieri, and which, by the way, I just was in several classes with him my freshman year. So I'll be like, get Jamie Lee Curtis on our podcast now.
I love the Halloween franchise. Out of like the big 3 slasher franchises, it's for sure my favorite.
Yeah.
But that movie does not like Clay has said before, it's an interesting progression for the story, but that does not make it a good story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of that. But these masks do show up as a little nod to this movie. In that movie.
Do the 3 high school boys, or like the kids?
I think so.
I haven't seen it.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I've seen like the trailers, I think.
I hated it so. I was seething mad.
I'm so mad about it.
But I really thought I liked the masks. They look high quality. I feel like I would buy one and just like display it in my room.
Yeah, I liked that they like when they went to the factory too. They were showing like the dip process so well. Like that was
actually
really
making
neat.
them.
Yeah,
Really cool.
exactly. I thought that was a cool like detail.
This movie is like not to cuss, but it's bat insane.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad.
He just censored himself.
I censored
Ben said I'm editing this week. Let me censor
He
myself.
said it's bad.
No cursing, guys. No cursing.
Yeah, it was an insane plot. I thought the last 15 minutes of it really threw me for a whirlwind. But
How do we feel about the very end of the movie? I'll give you a quick reminder. Chalice is like calling the cable companies, like, take the commercial off the air now.
That was good. I liked that. And then it kept going, and they kept changing the channel until it just played all the way through. And he was like, please stop.
Like the kids in the gas station, like, watching it.
Yeah.
Like, you know this is going to happen. It's going to be bad.
I liked that.
And then
I
it
liked
just ends before we see what actually happens.
Halloween ends.
Get out!
You're fired!
Clay!
When I first watched this movie, which I've seen it several times, so I know it's coming. When I first watched this movie, I was in high school. My jaw was on the floor.
Oh, really?
That was crazy to me.
Like what? Oh, because you're like 14-year-old Ben.
The 14-year-old Ben didn't think they were gonna actually kill a bunch of children at the end of this movie. You know?
Well,
because
Halloween ends.
we grew up 2000s, 2010s. Every movie, even horror movies, they have the final girl.
Yeah.
Everyone's a happy ending. Even the original Halloween, like Laurie Strode survives, and like that's
how do you know this dog
is nice and hopeful. I'm sure he does
Run
survive.
far,
The
far
children
away.
did not.
Oh, you're right. You're sad about the children.
Thousands of kids across the West Coast
Ben
die
himself.
at the end of this
Ben
movie.
said I would have been watching this.
That is something that shocks me, because I feel like today in movies you're not really allowed to kill children.
Well, I think
not all that
it's
often.
Sort of the Hunger Games and
The Hunger
the
Games.
Long Walk and I
Yeah,
guess
but those are all like
adults.
teenagers. Like
You're talking about small children.
we're seeing Chalice has like
Yeah.
his son and daughter are like 8 or 9.
We've
like,
seen
they're
I do
weapons.
dumb.
see small children.
None of those
in this
kids
movie.
die.
The little boy that had his brain blown
Yeah.
up and bugified. I was
You're
like,
not gonna see that in a movie anymore. Even in like The Witch, not to bring up
Yeah.
Robert Eggers. Neither of you have seen it.
I have.
You?
Oh, love
Maya
The
has
Witch.
seen it.
Oh,
so at the beginning of the movie,
bitch.
at the beginning of the movie, Sam is captured, the little baby, by the titular witch, but we never see Sam die. It's just heavily implied that the witch killed him. through
They said, let me catch a 9-year-old boy and kill him.
witchcraft lore.
literally.
Since we're talking
being
about the season of
that
the
guy.
witch.
I know. I wonder if they had. I wonder what the like practicals were, because all of those all of the bugs were real. And
Like, do you think that they told the 9-year-old kid, like, we're gonna blow your brains out?
we're gonna blow your brain out with bugs?
Well, so I think it was.
Where's his contract? Let me see.
I think it was a body double when they did like the practical effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
all of that.
wondering.
So like, obviously it's a safety thing to have like bugs and snakes
And
inside
3
a mask.
snakes.
So it was either like a body
3 of
double
them.
when the mask started to shrink, because if I had to assume they used like a heat gun or something like that to make it shrink, and then it was probably just a dummy on the ground when they had all the bugs and stuff going on.
Good. I was wondering about that. Ben, I knew you had the answer.
I'm so
Always.
smart.
All right. Any other random thoughts or?
My thought I had, which is new watching it this time, is that had this come out on Netflix in the late 2010s as like an 8-part, 45-minute piece episode series, people would eat this up.
Yeah.
And like this is a cult classic, like among the Halloween series fans. Like some people are like, oh, I don't like it because it doesn't have Michael Myers, or oh, I don't like it because it's campy and weird. But like there's this one small faction of fans, myself included, that just adore this movie. And I feel like were it made today, it would definitely have a much broader appeal, because that kind of like mysterious small town conspiracy is a much bigger plot that people enjoy these days.
Yeah. I thought that this movie, even though I didn't necessarily love the content of it, I've also never seen any of the Halloween movies. Like, literally my only association to them are by seeing either people watch them that I know.
She thought he was Freddy Krueger.
I thought it was Freddy Krueger, you know? And I'm serious. I'd only seen clips, like, from an Instagram account, because I was like, oh, okay, like, slay.
You should watch the original.
I know,
It's
it's
really
probably
good.
really good, but I thought that the visuals of this, and like, I really liked the colors and the way that it was shot. Like, I kept going back to, oh wow, that shot looks really good, and this is kind of something that, even though content wise I wouldn't rewatch, I would definitely rewatch this just for the visual aesthetics of it, because I really enjoyed the way it looked. And you know, I think if I like the way a movie looks, then it's at least half good, you know?
Yeah.
Nice. So, just a few more fun facts about the movie before we get into, let's guess the budget and our ratings. It's the last Halloween film that Universal Pictures distributed. 1982. This is the last one that Universal distributed until the 2018 Halloween kind of like reboot series, which takes everything from Halloween 3 onto the Rob Zombie Halloweens, and just like removes them from the canon, so only Halloween 1 and 2 are like canon to Halloween Kills, and Halloween Ends.
That's twisted.
But it's a whole 36 years before Universal was like, yeah, we'll take this franchise back. Now I believe Paramount owns it.
I have no idea.
Peacock?
Where'd you watch? Well, we watched this on Peacock, so NBC.
NBC Peacock owns it.
But that's Universal.
Universal NBC, yeah. So
they got it back in the
so many mergers.
Halloween ends.
This movie made $14.4 million at the box office, major underperformance compared to the first two. What do you guys think the budget for this movie was?
Can I ask you a question?
I can give you an answer.
Did they make their money back in the box office?
Yes.
$8.9 million.
Okay. Haylie, what do you think? And while she's thinking, we'll give you some fun
how much
facts.
did they make?
$14.4 million.
I'll go like 6.
$6 million?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
$4.6 million.
Oh wow, 4.6, low budget moment. That's about as much as The Rock got paid.
Slasher movies are
Yeah.
historically like they are low budget.
They paid a lot of money for those snakes.
They're easy to make.
4.3
You
million.
can cast non-actors because people are really there to see like the cool kills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's mostly all it is. You're spending most of your money on practicals.
Snakes
That's
and
about
whatnot.
Snakes.
So
bugs.
John Carpenter actually did the score for the first 3 Halloween movies.
We also did the score for
That
this one,
iconic-
right?
Yeah, the first
This
3.
is the third.
Yeah. Oh.
Iconic scores. The first 2 movies, everyone knows Michael Myers' theme.
Yeah.
Fantastic, chilling, scary. It's like 3 notes on a piano.
Is that what it
This
is?
score blows me out of the water.
It was great. Yeah.
It's
Every
very
time.
classic 80s horror. Like
It's
the
so
synths.
synthy and
We
like,
also-
like I danced to this in the club like yesterday. You know,
Beginning credits was awesome.
the beginning
I
credits
agree.
always great.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out like what they were doing at first because the intro
all the
song.
lines.
Yeah, I was like, I want to do.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was like very, very pleasing to look at.
And it's
in the
definitely like, because the first two movies came out in the 70s, this is a very like welcome to the 80s kind of entrance, because
ear. Welcome to the 80s is a
both of
great way to
them
put it.
both of them use like jack-o'-lanterns like melting as like the opening credits, and this one is like the digital jack-o'-lantern
Yeah.
appearing on the screen.
I liked it. I
Really
liked it a
neat.
lot.
So what are we rating this movie?
Don't be mad at me, Ben. Okay,
You're fired.
I think I haven't rated it on Letterboxd yet, but I think I want to give it.
Let me go first because I actually rated it.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
What? You're fired.
Okay.
You're fired. This movie is awesome.
I
You're all wrong.
I don't think it's not awesome.
Listen, I gave it a 6 out of 10. It'll be a high 6, like if it was like had to be on a list.
You
or
have to
whatever.
like appreciate the campiness.
I did appreciate the campiness. I enjoyed it. I think
You
a
have
6
to-
to me is not bad. A 6 to you is bad. A 6 to me is not bad.
Because I gave a 6 earlier this week to Mithrigan 2.0.
Well, that is your mistake.
That's a you
not,
mistake.
Not the mistake of the person who rates a regular movie 6 out of 10.
I also gave it to The Woman in the Yard, but that's for completely different reasons that we cannot get into because this
What
podcast
did you give
is
it then,
already
Ben?
long. I gave this an 8 out of 10.
All right, and you see,
I
I
like
just
this
can't
movie.
say that this was.
No,
I like
I
Smash
love
Mouth
this
much
movie.
better.
Look, this has
14-year-old Ben has a connection.
this has nostalgia for me first and foremost, but also I love the like cozy October vibes.
Yeah.
I love the grand conspiracies. I love the wild twists and turns. I love how just crazy and insane it is.
Do you love the inappropriate relationship that the
No,
doctor has?
I don't. That's why it's not a 9 or a 10.
The
That's
2
one
points
thing Ben
missing are
really
because
likes.
of the inappropriate relationship.
It's because I am woke. It doesn't have the best performances in the world, but this was a low budget movie, but it has more than enough Halloween charm.
I think that we can make this.
This is a perfect like
Right.
October movie. Like it's a rainy fall day.
Yeah.
And you're like it's almost Halloween. Let me put on something weird and goofy and scary.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is a good movie for that.
All I'm saying is, give us $5 million and we can do a lot better.
Halloween.
Season of the Witch
Season of
2.
the Witch. Oh, yeah, Season of the Witch 2.
Maya, what have you said?
I am going to regrettably give it a 5 out of 10, and that's simply because
Wow.
I didn't enjoy
Wow.
the content. I don't like these kinds of movies, but I loved the visuals
You would
of
have
it.
loved it if the Duffer Brothers directed it.
No, I don't like the Duffer Brothers.
I think that
but cast me.
she really liked the inappropriate relationship.
No.
That's what all 5 stars
That's
are
all
for.
five
Yeah, you're
stars.
right. All 5 stars are for the 5 minutes of weird sex that the robot has. In the no, do you have to censor that? I hope. Good
No,
luck.
it's the end of the movie.
Is sex a censorable word? Let me say that. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I like want to give it a higher rating, but because I just felt myself drifting away from the movie several times more than I would other movies, I just feel like it's a little bit lower on the list. But I don't think that my low score negates the sort of campy wonder that this movie offers fans of this series and of this genre of movie.
This is a really fun movie. It's a good watch.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a perfect.
It's good. It's visually pleasing.
It's perfect for this time of year. If
Yeah.
it was like 10 degrees colder out,
Oh,
we live
you're
in
so
Georgia.
right.
It's not that cold in the fall, but if it was like
Yeah.
10 degrees cooler outside right now, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
put this movie on right
Maybe
now.
that's what it needs. Maybe we need to drop the
It's a little
house
too
to
hot.
60
Yeah, and
degrees.
the leaves need to be a little oranger on the
Yeah.
trees, and then it'll be perfect.
You need a pumpkin spice latte during this movie. And then you'll be
Pumpkin
right.
spice latte, we gotta be like carving jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah.
Like we have to be like
Wearing a
actively
mask.
getting ready for Halloween. Universal, hit me up. I'll make the Peacock original series that is this in 8 parts.
It will be good. I believe you. I'm available. You can find my actors access and backstage on the internet.
You
and
can
together we'll be great.
you can play Ellie.
Oh no! I want an inappropriate relationship with an older man.
Yeah, which actor would you like to have an inappropriate relationship with?
I
in a
don't think I
movie?
should answer that on the podcast. That'll be for the after show. I'm just kidding.
Hey, who would you cast to be Dr. Chalice nowadays, alongside
That's a great question.
Maya's Ellie?
Who did you cast as Ellie?
Me.
Maya
This is
herself.
hypothetically
This is
directing
me
it. I'm
directing this
starring in
mini
it.
series of Season
Who's
of
the
the
man
Witch.
I have an inappropriate relationship
Who are you
with?
casting as the lead?
I'm not answering that question.
Dwayne Johnson.
Hell yeah! I'll do it.
She wants his straps. She wants his straps so
I would
bad.
grab onto him right after I got out of the shower and be like, "Come on, big boy."
On that
We're
note,
cutting that.
what are we watching next week, folks?
Next week we are watching Roofman.
Roofman and Clay's recommendation, which is the 1996 film From Dusk Till Dawn.
Even though Clay is dead and gone, we will be honoring his recommendation.
He
I'll
is
be
also-
regurgitating him later
Have you
today,
been-
so he'll be available for the podcast on Thursday.
It was his final request.
You haven't seen this movie yet, right?
I have not seen
He
it.
has requested that we watch it without even reading the description.
I know nothing about it.
So I'm quite excited.
I've definitely heard the name many a times though.
And I'll watch it even though I'm not on the podcast.
So that will be our second episode of FreakTober. Thanks for watching the Hit or Miss cast. I think that's it.
All right, and now we clap. Maya, you start us off.